What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Monday, the 17th day of February in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here is what we're tracking tonight. A total of 2,832 public servants resigned from their public sector jobs over the last 4 years. Minister with responsibility for finance and the public service, Dr. Ashley Singh, revealed today. The disclosure was made this morning in response to questions posed by Opposition Member of Parliament Tabitha Sarabohali.
Based on information currently available at the ministry and supplied to me by the technical team at the ministry, a total of 2,832 employees are estimated to have resigned from the public service between the period from August 2020 to December 2024.
Pressed with further questions about whether an assessment has been done to ascertain the reason behind the resignations, Dr. Singh noted that the country is going through a transformative phase and more opportunities are now available to persons to work with the private sector and or to become entrepreneurs.
What that has meant is that all citizens of Guyana now have a wider array of employment opportunities than at any other time, frankly, any other time in our country's entire history. Not only the previous 5 years, but indeed at any other time in our country's history. There are more employment opportunities today in Guyana than at any other time in our country's history. And what that means, that has very evident implications for the mobility of labor. Because people are now able, as they should in an ideal world, people are now able to look across the entire spectrum of opportunities and pursue those where they are able and eligible to do so.
Further, the minister responsible for the public service stated that the government's investment in training is making it easier for persons to seek out opportunities elsewhere. He said because of the training and other opportunities, more people are now skilled to contribute elsewhere.
We are pleased as a government at the successes that we've achieved in creating more employment opportunities to us, so that every single Guyanese person has a wider array of choices in terms of what kind of productive activity, what kind of employment opportunity, what kind of entrepreneurial activity they wish to engage in. We see that as a resoundingly positive thing.
The Public Service and Finance Minister stated that due to the improving terms and conditions in the public sector, as well as increased benefits, a number of persons have also been leaving their private jobs and entering the public service. He did not, however, provide details on the number of public sector hiring. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. It can start with one step. Or one promise. One thrill. One first time. One deep breath. One leap of faith. One day to remember. Or one night to forget. One moment. So many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life. Just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Mobil Delvac heavy-duty lubricants. With more than 90 years of experience and innovation, Mobil Delvac is a recognized leader in advanced heavy-duty lubricants. Discover how the state-of-the-art Mobil Delvac technology can help protect and extend the life of your diesel engines. Mobil Delvac, the trusted brand for many successful businesses. Protect your fleet and keep your vehicles on the road and out of the shop. Helped by Mobil Motor Oils. Distributed by Sol Guyana Inc.
Now let's tell you that the Ethnic Relations Commission has announced that it has launched a probe into statements made by co-leader of the Working People's Alliance, Dr. David Hinds, on his Politics 101 podcast, which is broadcast on social media. In a statement on Sunday, the ERC said it is currently scrutinizing and investigating the statements made, which are believed to have the potential to sow division and disrupt social harmony. The ERC said it remains steadfast in its mandate to promote harmony and respect among all ethnic groups in the country. In accordance with its constitutional responsibilities, the Commission said it has initiated a review of the statements made during the broadcast and is diligently assessing their impact. The Commission said it would like to assure the public that it is taking the matter seriously and that once the investigation is concluded, the ERC will make public its findings and any actions deemed necessary to uphold the principles of fairness, unity, and respect. Dr. David Hinds continues to come under criticism over the statements he made directed at some Afro-Guyanese on his Politics 101 podcast last Monday night. During the broadcast, a combative Dr. Hinds, after opening his show with the popular Trinidadian calypso song Lick Bottom Africans by Calypsonian Crow Crow, declared that in Guyana there are also many Lick Bottom Africans. In the Crow Crow song, the Calypsonian made reference to Afro-Trinidadians and their treatment of Afro-Trinidadian political leaders and the fighting among themselves. Hinds said there should have been more Calypsonians like Crow Crow in Guyana. His statements have been heavily criticized. On Thursday night, President Irfan Ali said the comments by Hinds were racist and inflammatory, and he believes the comments were designed to instill fear among the population. Questioned on the issue, opposition leader and leader of the PNC Reform, Aubrey Norton, said while he might have chosen better words, he has not studied the comments. He said he cannot control what comes out of the mouth of another political leader. The PNC and the WPA recently announced a partnership heading into this year's elections. Meanwhile, a new and united Guyana, in a statement, condemned the remarks by Hinds and also said it would be making a formal complaint to the Ethnic Relations Commission. Dr. David Hinds has said he will not apologize for his remarks. Well, as the government continues to push back on the latest Corruption Perception Index report from Transparency International, the Minister of Governance and Parliamentary Affairs, Gail Teixeira, said she believes the findings of the report should be interpreted with caution and supplemented by independent, evidence-based assessments of the state's governance and anti-corruption performance. In a statement over the weekend, Minister Teixeira said the government of Guyana remains committed to engaging with international partners, civil society, and the media to continue to advance anti-corruption efforts and ensure the responsible use of global indices like the Corruption Perception Index. The 2025 report, which was released last week, ranked Guyana at 39 out of 100 on the Corruption Perception Index and described the country as a state captured by economic and political elites, fostering misappropriation of resources, illicit enrichment, and environmental crime. President Irfan Ali has dismissed the report as politically biased and dishonest. In her statement on the report, Minister Teixeira said, CPI is not an empirical nor a scientific measure of corruption levels globally, but one of perceived public sector corruption globally. She said there is no insinuation that corruption is not a problem, but rather the government is concerned about non-empirical, non-scientific data being used. The government minister explained that the Corruption Perception Index is a perception-based index that aggregates views from 13 sources provided by 12 institutions deemed appropriate by Transparency International. She said in the case of Guyana, 5 sources were used, dating from 2022 to 2024, in which Guyana's scores range from 38 to 44 among the different sources. It was further noted by Teixeira that the CPI measures perceptions of corruption and not documented incidents, adding that it relies on subjective assessments from undisclosed individuals in each country who TI considers to be as experts. It was further noted by Teixeira that CPI measures perceptions of corruption and not documented incidents. She added that it relies on subjective assessments from undisclosed individuals in each country, who the organization sees as experts and business people. She said over the past 10 years, in the CPI report, Guyana has been listed as a significant improver, and that designation reflects the country's steady progress in strengthening its governance and anti-corruption mechanisms. The government has been dogged by corruption claims over the years and has stated that it continues to fight the problem. The opposition political parties have offered their agreement with the Transparency International assessment of perceived corruption in Guyana.
Guyana, get ready for Gospel Fest 2025 Vintage Praise, 7 p.m. on Mesh Night at the National Exhibition Center, featuring Papa San. Jesus, my Savior, I love you. Backed by his full band, alongside Guyana's own Samuel Midas. Sherilyn Maloney. Come on now and praise his name today. And many more. Extra early bird tickets are $3,000. Early bird $3,500. Regular tickets $4,000. Children under 10 $2,000. VIP tickets $20,000. Tickets are on sale at locations across the country. Papa San will be in Guyana on Mesh Night for Gospel Fest 2025.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Ready to up your game? Ready to up your game? Win big with over 60 epic prizes. A brand new PS5, Nintendo Switch, iPhone 16 Pro Max, Apple smartwatch, and the hottest earbuds from Apple and Samsung. Plus, we are giving away thousands in phone credit and a whole year supply of Buster or Turbo Energy drink. Here's how. Buy any Buster or Turbo Energy drink, find the code starting with BB and enter online or on WhatsApp. Visit us on Facebook or Instagram at Turbo_Caribbean or Buster Guyana for all the details. Don't just play. Up your game with Buster and Turbo Energy.
Minister with responsibility for finance and the public service, Dr. Ashni Singh, today said the government will not prevent public servants who are on the pensionable employment scheme from opting for contract gratuity employment, noting that it is a choice for individuals to make once they meet the criteria. Currently, there are more than 8,000 public servants on contract receiving gratuity. A contract gratuity worker is an employee hired on a contractual basis who is eligible to receive a gratuity payment upon the completion of their contract, usually calculated as a percentage of their basic salary. During a parliamentary sitting this morning, the finance minister was asked whether he found it to be feasible to have persons on contract employment as against a fixed establishment.
This People's Progressive Party civic government has infinite faith in the ability of the citizens of Guyana to make and exercise judgments on their own behalf. We don't presume to know the liquidity preferences of any individual citizen. There are some citizens who would be perfectly happy to forego a 22.5% gratuity in the interest of earning and becoming entitled to a post-retirement pension when they individually and respectively retire. There are other citizens who might consciously and deliberately prefer to forego a post-retirement pension upon their eventual retirement and instead receive today a 22.5% gratuity on top of their monthly emolument.
Dr. Singh said government does not plan to impose restrictions on persons who wish to be paid their emoluments up front.
If you wish to go on the pensionable establishment, you're entitled to do so once obviously you meet the requirements of the job, etc. And we don't prevent anybody from going onto the pensionable service, I should say. If on the other hand, you wish to receive a pension as a conscious, thinking, rational individual, if on the other hand, you wish instead to receive a gratuity and not a pension, post-retirement pension, then we allow you to exercise that choice.
The former APNU-AFC government had removed a number of persons from contract employment, complaining that it had been costly. The move by the former government had targeted doctors and some senior public servants. The minister responsible for finance and the public service reported today that all of those persons are now back on their contractual employment. On the police blotter, 4 men from different parts of the city were charged today over the armed robbery of a Chinese supermarket in Republic Park on the east bank of Demerara. The 4 accused, Andrew Stewart, Naya John, Negus Lamazon, and Matthew Jalu, appeared at the Diamond Magistrates Court, and they pleaded not guilty to the armed robbery charges. They are accused of carrying out the robbery on Chinese national Liu Bo, Chong Yang, Hui Han, and Kwai Peng Deng, along with Gary Mitchell. The 4 accused, who are all between the ages of 23 and 30, were arrested on the 12th of February, hours after the robbery. The police said they are facing a total of 5 robbery charges each in relation to the same incident. The 4 men were granted bail in the sum of $1,920,000 each. They have also been ordered to report to the CID headquarters every Friday, except for court days, and lodge their passports with the authorities. The 4 will make their next court appearance on the 10th of April. In the world of business right now, the Guyana Bank for Trade and Industry Limited, GBTI, has launched its Invoice financing program, which is targeting contractors in the oil and gas sector. The aim of the new initiative is to ensure easy access to the financing for companies that provide services to ExxonMobil. Through the initiative, businesses in good standing can receive up to 80% of the value of their validated invoices for ExxonMobil in advance. Chief Executive Officer of GBTI, Sean Gertruan, described the new service as a milestone and said it is a testament to the bank's commitment to its customers.
GBTI has always been on the forefront of innovation in the financial sector, and the introduction today of invoice financing underscores our dedication to providing practical and importantly, accessible services to our customers. We remain committed to supporting the business community with products that cater to their evolving needs, ensuring that financial constraints do not hinder progress.
The CEO said as a local bank, GBTI will continue to lend support in whatever way possible to make the lives of its clients easier, noting the financial difficulties that businesses could face at times.
We at GBTI are here to support your business every step of the way, providing you with the financial solutions you need to thrive and succeed.
Meanwhile, the bank's business development manager, Rawati Mohandio, said the initiative is a groundbreaking one, geared at revolutionizing finance for business, especially those in the oil and gas sector.
We have long understood the challenges faced by suppliers in securing working capital to meet contract obligations. Over the past few years, we have diligently been exploring ways to bridge this gap, knowing that an efficient, structured financing solution would provide much needed relief.
And the senior minister responsible for finance, Dr. Ashley Singh, welcomed the new initiative of GBTI. He said with businesses in Guyana expanding to meet the demands of the oil and gas sector, it is important for them to also have strong financial support. Dr. Singh praised the bank for the role it has been playing in the local financial sector, especially in the area of launching innovative initiatives. GBTI also recently launched its Master Business Executive Card and the bank's Grow initiative, which the company said are aimed to provide faster services to its clients.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith. One day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall. in the region. Argentine President Javier Milei could face an impeachment trial in Congress, opposition lawmakers said on Saturday, after the libertarian leader touted a cryptocurrency which crashed soon after. Milei late on Friday posted on X recommending the little-known crypto coin Libra, which soon after shot up to nearly $5 apiece. Just hours later, the cryptocurrency plummeted to under $1. Argentina's fintech chamber acknowledged that the case could potentially be a rug pull in which the developers of a crypto token draw legitimate investments, pumping up the value, only to later dump their stake. Lawmaker Leandro Santoro, a member of the opposition coalition, said the scandal, which embarrasses the country on an international scale, requires the launch of an impeachment request against the president. Milei deleted the post on X, with local media saying the post had been up for a few hours on Friday night. He later said he took down his post after becoming aware of the circumstances and he had no relation to the cryptocurrency. The Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority, JCAA, which regulates the country's airways, plans to ease congestion in the skies by implementing new software and systems that assist air traffic controllers. The regulator intends to procure an ATFM, or Air Traffic Flow Management System, that is fully integrated and automated to generate and monitor all the elements of flights. It aims to enhance safety, efficiency, and cost effectiveness, prevent airspace congestion, and optimize flight movements, particularly as air traffic volumes continue to grow. The system will be overseen by a specialized organization. The system forms part of JCAA's overall modernization program. The core ATC, or Air Traffic Control, facilities are based in Kingston, but covers 3 international airports, based in Kingston, Montego Bay, and Boscobel in St. Mary's. The JCAA has conducted investigations on 22 accidents since 2000. 9 of those accidents occurred between 2000 and 2009, and the rest thereafter. And finally tonight, international news. At least 10 people have died as torrential downpours over the weekend trenched parts of the southeastern U.S., submerging roads and houses. The governor of Kentucky said 9 people have died in his state after making an emergency disaster declaration. About 1,000 people stranded in floodwaters had to be rescued, he also said on Sunday. The same areas could now be affected by drier but colder conditions and the risk of snow, ice, and significant disruption, according to the BBC. The other death over the weekend was in Georgia, where a man lying in his bed was struck by an uprooted tree that crashed into his home. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.